years for Jeff. 4 more years for Jeff in Catholic school. So she sat me down my junior year. She said, Jeff, let's talk about college. She kind of slid a brochure for St. Joe's University, a Catholic college in Philadelphia. I said, Jeff, what do you think about this St. Joe's? And I said, thinking to myself, college, this is the time where I experiment, spread my wings, become an individual, really release myself from the shackles of this religious dogma that's been weighing me down these past 12 years. So I thought about it for a good 20 seconds and I said, Mom, let's do it, sounds good. So I was going to Catholic college. Now I think my parents really liked the idea of Catholic college because they figured it would prohibit sex and drinking. I was like, Mom, Dad, you are 100% wrong. I drank every night and right, they're 50% wrong. They're also a bit worried that I wasn't mature enough, I wasn't worldly enough to go to this big city, Philadelphia, being from a small town in New Jersey. They had good reason. 2 weeks earlier, I went to my orientation. I didn't know that Philadelphia is south of north central Jersey. I just figured Philadelphia was a big city, and all big cities were north of me. New York, Boston, so why not? So an hour and 40-minute trip to Philadelphia took me 5 hours. They got wind of that. They weren't too thrilled about their, or proud of their college-going son. So the time comes to drop me off at college. We're driving there, and I can tell my mom's getting more nervous and nervous. My dad was pretty cool. So we get to St. Joe's, get in the parking lot. I see my door, march right up, and say, "Hi, I'm Jeff Lyons. I'm going to college. I'm ready." I'm like, "Jeff Lyons? Welcome, Mr. and Mrs. Lyons. This is great. Let's see. You are in room." Ooh. Right then and there, she stopped. I looked at my mom, and she went through the door. My dad's like, "Yeah." They're like, "Yeah, I need to go talk to somebody." I'm like, "Great. Did we miss the tuition payment already?" Nothing. RA comes out, looks at me, and says, "Jeff, how you doing? John, your roommate, he's not going to come. He was in a bad car accident. And, you're going to have the room to yourself for this year." And my mom went completely white, thinking, "Oh my God, my poor lonely son will be in the lonely room. He'll be captain of the St. Joe's lonely team all by himself, Mr. Lonely." I was thinking differently. I was thinking, I can have my own room. I can have my own room. So I quickly shuffled them off. I'm like, "Yeah, this is horrible, horrible news. Let's get out of here, Mom, Dad." I ran them out. I'm like, thanks for, getting me in here. I'll be okay. I could tell my mom was real nervous. She was still like ghost white. Waving. And so they're driving away, and I'm waving. I'm like, wow. I'm looking around. There's all these like good-looking, happy kids my age, really happy and beating each other and running around. Like 100 people just swarming around the door. And I'm going, wow. I'm sitting there in a dag nasty t-shirt, horrible bathing suit / shorts, flip-flops, and I'm like, I want that. I want to be a part of that. I want to be smiling and happy and whatever that is, and I'm going to get it. Damn it, that's going to be me. And what? I see my parents circling back around. The car pulls right up in front of the door. The window rolls down slowly. It was many years ago. Didn't have a lot of money, so the window was rolled down. And all of a sudden I hear, "Jeffrey!" And like everybody stops. All the happy smiling people stop and stare. And I'm like, is everybody named Jeffrey? No. They're waiting for something great to happen. And it was my mother, just tears rolling down her face, going, "Jeffrey! Jeffrey, you just make one new friend every day. Every day, you make one new friend." And all around me, everything stopped. Everything got slow. All the happy, smiling people were like, "Oh, who's this friendless freak? Oh." And I was just in this like, okay. All my hopes and dreams of being part of the happy people. And I slowly just said, "Okay, I'm going to go, thanks, Mom." And I see my dad like roll up the window, "Come on, Jesus, Pat," and drive away. And like people give me this very wide swath back to the room. Very wide, like, okay, friendless guy. And as I'm going back, I'm like, one new friend every day. I'm going to try to make one new friend every year. I think that might be my goal based on what just happened to you. So, it went okay. I did make a couple new friends. Not every day, but I did well. And my mom, who was very nervous, wasn't that nervous of a person. She was very sweet and had a good sense of humor. And we actually joked about it for many years after that. She loved it. My mom passed away a couple of years ago. It was very sudden. It was very out of the blue. Never had a chance to say goodbye to her. So these past few years, every now and then I think about what I'd like to say if I had that moment. Nothing too heavy, knowing our relationship, it was very fun and sweet. I'm like, you know what I'd like to do? She was just sitting there and run outside, run up to the window, knock on the window, say, Mom, and pull it up. And she'd yell, Mom, when you get to heaven, you're going to have a great time. You're going to know a lot of people. And do not worry, you don't need to make one new friend every day. Thank you.